Roasting transforms green coffee into the aromatic brown beans that we purchase in our favorite shops, stores, or cafes. Most roasting beans maintain a temperature of about 550 degrees Fahrenheit. Basically, the beans are kept moving throughout the entire process to keep them from burning. When they reach an internal temperature of about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, they begin to turn brown and the fragment oil locked inside the beans begins to emerge, and immediately after the roasting, the beans are cooled either by air or water. This pyrolysis process at the heart of roasting is the one that produces the flavor and aroma of the coffee we drink.
My name is Brenda Kamara Kemichamangeni. I'm a promotion officer with UCDA under the Value Addition and Promotion Department. We are here to talk about value addition, and as you've seen before, as my fellow colleagues have taken you through, we have the primary processing, the secondary processing, and the tertiary processing. Finally, this is the tertiary processing, the final processing level, where we have the roasters, we have people that are packing coffee, we have HORECA, and HORECA stands for hotels, restaurants, and cafes, and we have brew, basically covering all the people that are brewing coffee in Uganda. So basically, I'm here to demonstrate the roasting. Roasting is just basically a process through which coffee is transformed. Both its chemical and physical properties are transformed into a final product. Through roasting, a number of chemical reactions will happen within this coffee and will transform the flavor, improving its flavor, body, aftertaste, and acidity of the coffee, and enhancing its palatability as a product. So basically, roasting is done, of course, hygienically to kill germs, to add flavor, to develop the flavor, the body, and the aftertaste, to make it easier to grind, to make it more edible, and to improve all its physical and chemical characteristics. Right here is a roaster, and basically you can use so many equipment to roast. If you're in a home setting, you could use a pan to roast your coffee. You could use an oven to roast your coffee. But if you're going to go out commercially, you need commercially, both locally and internationally, you need to use roasters that have been developed and formulated to give you a standard product. So basically roasting, as you're seeing, it's already ongoing. Like any other machine, this machine will beat preheat, so you don't start from 0 degrees. You're starting from about 200 to 300 degrees, depending on what stage you are on. And then you feed it into the machine. So basically, there is already roasting going on, so I will show you that the coffee is transformed from the green bean that we have now, and it will go through all the phases. It will go to the yellowing phase, the cinnamon phase, then it will start to brown, until you reach the last level. All these different stages can produce different products, and I'm going to show you over there the different products that are produced. So depending on what your market wants, on what your clients want, you will develop and know what level of roast you have to achieve during this roasting process. As it goes through roasting, you go through the very light roast, which looks like this. Basically, people that enjoy chewing coffee beans, this would be the perfect roast to have your coffee chewed at, because at this point it tastes more like brown nuts. Doesn't have any bitterness in it because of the level at which the chemical reactions have gone. From the very light, we shall go to the light roast. And the light roast is also very good, especially for people that are interested in chewing. But you'll find some cultures, like some of the Arabic countries, use this roast a lot, and they will add in several spices and make a beverage that they enjoy a lot. So it will depend on where your market is really. We shall go to the medium roast, and at this roast, this is the perfect roast that would be ideal in case you wanted to check the quality of coffee, especially through cupping that we shall see ahead. So this particular roast is good, and at this roast you can get the coffee is at its most balanced level, and you can be able to detect if it has a fault or if it is perfect at the medium roast. So most of the labs are using this to do their quality check. You go to the medium dark roast. This is very ideal for people that have cafes and are using the espresso machine. Most of them will prefer to use the medium dark roast because it will produce the best espresso at that roast. You go to the dark roast. Now again, it's about taste and preference. You'll find that the Italian and the French market would prefer a roast like this because culturally, this is what they drink and this is what they consume. But as you can see, the coffee is changing both physically and chemically. And physically, it's very evident that it's going to double as we go on, even to the dark roast. And you will notice that the darker roasts also have an oil to them. So making it very easy to tell even with your eyes at what that stage at which the roast was stopped. So depending on your clients, you'll find that some clients like the lighter roast and some clients like the darker roast. So one thing to note as a roaster is first of all what your clients prefer before you put out a product there for them. You'd have to do that survey and do market analysis and find out what they prefer. So all these roasts have a market, but you have to know what market you are targeting to determine what roast that you want to achieve. And at this stage, this coffee is ready for grinding and for brewing. So it is going to be very available and very easy for someone who is in the hotels, the restaurants and cafes to use at this level, or someone who is home and wants to enjoy a cup of coffee. Now, before I can close this talk, of course, I'll mention that Uganda has so many roasters that are exporting coffee, that are roasting coffee for both the local and the international markets. And over here are some of the roasters that we have that have been licensed by UCDA, and some of them have UNBS certificates. These roasters are located in various regions of the country, and most of them own roasting machines, but some of them don't, and they use roasting machines of people that already have those establishments set in place. So if you want to join roasting at that level of value addition, I should emphasize that you don't actually need to have a roaster. You could have your coffee roasted by people that have roasters in place and just work on your branding, just work on your sourcing of the coffee so that you're sourcing a very good product. Because as you all know, with quality, it's garbage in, garbage out. If you start with good quality, you'll end up with a good quality product. Also to mention that maybe for a buyer, if you're going out and you're going to source for a coffee on the market, you have to take care and take note of what roast you're buying. You could try out a dark roast and notice that it's something that is very bitter for you, because again with the roast, they will have a different impact on the flavor. The coffee will get more bitter as the roast goes higher. Okay? The acidity may lower as the roast goes higher. The body may become heavier but rougher as the roast goes higher. So you, as a customer, you will know what your ideal roast is and also focus on that. You also have to take care and take note that you read what the label says. Some of the coffees will be Robusta, some will be Arabicas, some will be a blend. So depending on your taste and preference, you can be guided on the choice to make. Yeah. So in summary, these are all the coffee brands that are producing both for the local, and some are even exporting it out as a value-added product. As you're aware, this is something as a country that we're interested in adding value and also entering the market as not only for our green beans, but also as a roasted product.